Should I play a game? I don't know. I don't. Oh, might as well get one. I know what I wanted to do. Actually, I think I'll wait till people come to do that. Let's see what else there is.
Once you meet with a TurboTax expert who will do your taxes for you,
What the hell
you're
is
free
that?
to...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've known that. It's not a coincidence. That looks exactly like the coronavirus they used on that for that shirt they got.
65 million years ago, Earth was a hostile planet. 65 million years ago.
So what do we want to do today? Maybe we should watch a video. That'd be fun to do like a reaction. Throw some ideas out there. So let's see. We have the Aiden Ross thing. I'm so bored of talking about Aiden Ross. Dude's just a loser. What can I say about him? There's got to be some like tea reaction stuff to watch. No, what's juicy right now on the internet? Let me go to YouTube. We need some juice, boy. Meet Canyon. Somebody said Theo Von's being sued. What is that? Theo Von being sued? Kai the Hitchhiker? What? How'd that guy even what? Is that dude in jail?
A while back, somebody made
It's from 1 month ago? Wait. Okay, let me watch.
a face fake of me and put it onto the internet and social media. And so I am in it. You know, it's my face put over Kai the Hitchhiker. Smash, smash, smash. He's the famous smash, smash, smasher. You know,
Didn't
he's
he
that
in jail for
handyman that
murder?
fucking couldn't find a nail, cuz you know who that is. That's him, baby. He's that hitchhiking nail hunter, boy. You know, he's that DeWalt. Anyway, there's a documentary about him. He's the famous hitchhiker that hit a guy with a hatchet and hatcheted a guy out to save a this kind of thicker little biscuit lady who was getting you know,
Theo.
getting attacked or hugged out. It's the whole story's insane. But anyway, what happened was, so somebody put my face onto a Kai the Hitchhiker onto his story, right? It went around on social media as we put it up on social media.
Hold on, there's some great donations here. Julia says she hired P&P. She has a court date coming up with him. You're gonna win for sure. All right, let's see what happened with Theo Von.
He filed a lawsuit. He says, or this document says,
Wild.
Caleb L. McGilvery, a jailhouse lawyer. He is apparently, according to this, he's a lawyer now.
Oh, I was like, how do you get an attorney to fucking do this? He's representing himself. Of course, okay. Well, that's kind of a vibe then. He's representing himself. That's a vibe. What? You just suing people from prison? That's so interesting.
Says, I've just filed a lawsuit because of
That's a vibe,
the
dude.
video you made.
Maybe you enjoy getting sued.
You want to settle outside of court. The U.S. Marshals will be coming to your door to hand you a summons. You'll never, if you want to settle outside of court, now's your chance. I'll settle for what my costs are, which is approximately so-and-so amount. And then he wants the videos down. So, and he will withdraw the lawsuit. And we can go our separate ways. I don't know.
That is...
I'm a jailhouse lawyer, and he has 9 years of litigation experience. And he may, look, I don't know how to handle this, but that's why. I mean, I literally was just seeing the documentary about him, and here's this. And it's funny because during the documentary, I think you can relate some with this feral child, this young man who...
That is so interesting. He's suing him. He just wants it removed. Well, obviously, I think it's fair use. It's transformative. And it's certainly... I don't even think Kai owns the copyright on that footage, frankly, of the newscast. So I think if he actually did file the lawsuit, I'm not sure because he just sent him a letter, then it would be thrown out basically on the first motion to dismiss based on the fact that he can't show proof of that he owns the copyright. Also, he's a
Alright, man,
murdering
my dude
fucking
was
psycho,
anti-Slav,
so don't
he
have too
keeps
much
doing this
sympathy
shit,
for him.
and
I just
they'll,
need you to know that at the
take
birth of my
away
daughter,
some
I
of
wore
your
my H3
paperwork.
Podcast R. Kelly shirt that said nobody should wear in public. Wow, Bradley Thornhill is a real one. That is incredible. What are all the streamers watching? But don't they all have like shit to watch? Let's see what's on live stream fail. There's usually good stuff there. Trying to give you guys some good content here today. Geez, not much, eh? Slow drama day. It's all just clips of XQC. It's all just clips of him. Oh, here's Hassan.
The metro station. A silly question asked by an American foreigner, but we here know the truth. That Japan's public infrastructure is simply goated, which means that you get 10K bitrate while you're down.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. Okay. Nice one there. Oh yeah, Asmongold had this weird take. I don't know if it was out of context or what, because I know he's a nice guy, but what he said seemed out of character. Here, let me go to like top of the week.
He's doing that more and more. So
Let's see. Let's see. Silvervale returns to stream Hogwarts. I will not be bullied by a bunch of Twitter freaks with nothing better to do with their goddamn lives.
And I will preface this that I do not condone the ideals of this author. I just want to be a fucking wizard, and I want to play my wizard game that made my childhood worth living and the adventures that I went on with my friends. And I'm gonna be a fucking wizard, and we're gonna enjoy this fucking game. And I will not be bullied by a bunch of Twitter freaks with nothing better to do with their goddamn lives. Be nice to people. If you want to make changes,
Rock
go make
and
actual
roll.
changes instead of harassing streamers on the internet.
Yes. Spit.
LGBT people are awesome. Twitter
Spit.
people are not awesome. Fuck you.
Oh,
Wizard game!
dude, she popped off. And I don't really get. I feel like a life of a VTuber. I might be making too much assumptions here, but it's like nobody even knows who you are or what you look like. Maybe that's not true. Maybe they do. But I feel like controversies and stuff would hit me a lot less hard if people didn't have any fucking idea who I was. Oh, here's the Asmongold one. Let's see.
Fucking feeling.
So
I don't care
the
about your fucking
The
feeling.
title is Asmongold tells Ohio resident to just leave, then calls him a bitch, which sounds pretty bad. Actually, let me read this. He's reacting to this post from his subreddit.
yeah.
Recent React video on Asmon, Ohio train wreck. Watching him react to this video actually made me mad. First off, I'm from Ohio and I'm affected by this. Even though I live 60 plus miles away, I have to worry about drinking my water for the next couple years. Asmon says just leave. People can't just fucking leave because they're not millionaires with a meme job. They can't sell their house. It's completely fucked. Then there's a girl crying. Her kid is sick, and the first thing multi-millionaire says is, damn it, I don't want to pay taxes. Like what? Fuck you, man. If anything, supporting Americans in trouble is the best thing to do with taxes. Turned off the video, didn't watch. Okay.
I don't care about your fucking feelings. It's true. What I said is true. I'm not going to, tiptoe around your, touchiness because you're involved with this subject. Fuck you. Stop crying. And if anything, supporting Americans in trouble, best thing we can do with taxes. Turned off the video right there. Can we ask them to watch anymore? Thank God. Please don't do it anymore. If you're gonna cry and be a little bitch about this. Guy barely leaves the house except for go to Wendy's, says just move to another state. A funny react for sure. Well, hey man, if you want to sit there and get cancer, that's fucking fine. Like, I don't know. I would view this as a life and death situation. I absolutely would.
Yeah, so I guess the context is that he's saying that anyone who's in the kind of disaster zone of the Ohio should view it as life and death and leave no matter what. But, of course, I agree with the people because it's like,
Yeah, that's
just
how
picking
I
up out of your house and leaving is not really a viable option. You know what I mean? Because it's not like a fire. It's going to go out and then everything's fine. You've got an ecological disaster that's going to last years, if not more. You can't just leave your house and go somewhere else. It doesn't make any sense. You're supposed to, go be homeless in LA or something? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. He's just getting a little defensive when
No, you're supposed
this
to go
dude
spray
who
millions
he's calling a
of dollars.
bitch is actually the victim of a really horrible disaster. So I guess people got really mad at him, and let's be honest, that's pretty bad. Pretty bad.
It's true. What I said is true. I'm not going to tiptoe
this is,
around your, touching this because you're in.
People responded by showing this clip of Ben Shapiro, which is just iconic.
Sake of argument, that all of the water levels around the world rise by let's say 5 feet over the next 100 years, say 10 feet by the next 100 years, and it puts all the low-lying areas on the coast underwater, right? Which let's say all of that happens. You think that people aren't going to just sell their homes and move?
Did we wake up at the
What
same?
a fucking idiot. Sell their homes and move to fish?
Just one small problem. Sell their houses to who, Ben? Fucking Aquaman!
It's hard to believe that
That was better.
he even shows his face again after saying something so fucking dumb. Yeah, so that was kind of what Asmongold was sell their house to radioactive toxic man. So that was pretty good, pretty juicy. For once, I'm not the guy saying the dumb, horrible thing. Doesn't that feel good? Isn't it nice to be a member of this community today? Uh-huh. They're tearing him up. Ironic for a person like Asmon, who's just an isolated person who barely leaves his house and gets exhausted every time he has to leave for more than a day because it's so far away and out of his comfort zone. Telling people to move their houses, careers, and lives because of mistakes that had nothing to do with them. I used to watch him back when he was way more edgy in some kind of WoW days. Especially lately, he has had the dumbest takes. There it is. Asmongold is cancelled. And here I sit before you, unproblematic King Ethan Klein. Please tell Ethan to watch The Button. What is that? I seen The Button video. What is The Button? Tell me, I'll watch it. I'm desperate right now. Here's another one. Kai gifts sub to small streamer, and then the streamer asks, oh, that's awesome, bro.
No one yesterday's bot is up.
Wait, how much did he give him? Oh, wow. 12,000? That's awesome. Wait, no, that's not what it is. Something else. That's awesome, dude. Dude, that guy fucking rules. People need to go follow him, man. This guy just made his whole career. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Kai, someone was jerking him off live on his stream. It's absolutely insane. I think I can show it to you guys. It's not graphic. I didn't even think he got in trouble for it. Oh yeah, this is number 1. Oh no, it's not available? Someone definitely re-uploaded it. Here it is. Watch this, Ela. You're gonna like this.
How about that?
Here's a clip from Kai Chinek, I think. Chinek. He's the most popular streamer right now. He's crushing it. Watch this, Ela. Watch her hand. She's jerking him off. You can also see in the mirror here.
Stop posting your money. Stop posting your car. Stop posting
Look
your
at his
house.
face,
Go
bro.
in
That man
there
is definitely
and
about to
post
come in his
personally.
pants.
Show me how funny.
You see her hand on the mirror. Oh my God, bro.
How about that? Stop
What's crazy is he's like risking his whole career for a handy. He's like the #1 streamer right now. He's huge.
I think I saw this whole one live.
So he has like, I don't know, probably he has 200,000 subscribers, paying viewers. Because if his dick popped out, I think that would have been game over. I don't think they knew there was a mirror here. That's
What? Oh. Always takes you to fucking. Okay.
Janice, are you kidding me right now? Are you filming? This is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me in my entire dog career. Okay, I mean, I would confront her, but she's like a demon incarnate, like a demon inside a bag of fluff, you know. And the physics, I can't fit in this thing. This is so. The physics alone don't make any sense. Janice, are you kidding me right now? Are you filming? This is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me in my entire dog career. Okay, I mean, I would confront her, but she's like a demon.
What the fuck is this? Fear.
Are you gonna play something, or is that just for decoration? What's she gonna do? Play the same song she always does?
How is it possible to be stressed out beyond belief, but still have a smile on your face and enjoy the experience? Yesterday, I posted a short video that got a lot of reaction. Some people were like, that looked horrible. Why would you do that to yourself? Other people said, I was lying. There's no way I was enjoying that. And I actually got a really nice, long letter from a woman who was very concerned about me saying, you don't need to put yourself into these situations just for us and just for these videos. But she doesn't have to worry. I do this for me. The video featured me hiking blind, and I decided to tell the story two different ways, both of them being completely true. The first was the positive, inspirational, I beat this challenge version. And the second one was the holy crap, this is stressing me out version. If you haven't seen it, we'll play it for you quickly now. If you have seen it, now you get to see it in widescreen as opposed to skinny portrait shorts mode. I've got one story I'm going to tell two totally different ways, but both of them are true. With Puppy Steve and my off-roading blind guy cane, I dominated a really tricky hike.
And now go straight, Pete. Oh, those surfing skills coming out.
It took all my skills and all my balance to navigate the trail. And I was psyched to take on a challenge I never thought I'd be able to do after losing my sight.
You do have some good off-roading skills, yeah.
I can't even begin to tell you how stressful it is to do simple stuff like going for a hike after you lose your sight.
Yeah.
Now take your stuff to the right.
I'm fine.
This is like a lot of jagged rocks.
And trying to convince everyone around me that I'm cool is like half the battle.
I'm just fine. There's nothing. I don't think you can describe all this to me. I just have to trust Steve and my off-roading cane.
I honestly can't believe that going for a walk has become so damn hard.
If you go to the place,
Yeah, this is a little sketchy.
The two ways I told that
if you
story
go to the
are
place
obviously
I
so
went,
different
sorry,
that
I
a
was
lot of people
kind of
didn't
talking down
believe
to my
one
phone for a
or the
sec.
other. How can I be
If you go
psyched
to the
that I
place
beat a
I
challenge
went,
that was
they
obviously
give you an
stressing me and
actual,
everybody else around me out? For me, after I lost my eyesight, I had to
like
accept the
plastic
fact that
card
life
with your
wasn't going to be
picture and
comfortable
shit on
anymore. And that's a fact I think everyone can relate to. Life isn't comfortable for everyone all the time. Perfectly hale and whole people with no disabilities whatsoever have difficult times in a lot of different situations. Social anxiety, for instance. A lot of people say, I don't even like going out in public, I'm socially awkward, so they don't do it. And as a result, they're depriving themselves of a lot of possibilities the world has to offer. This is what's going on with everything I do in my life and that I show you on this channel. Immersion therapy is a technique used in the psychological world. And I remember I had a professor in college who was pioneering immersion therapy for people that were afraid of flying. Over a few weeks, it exposed them to some of the stressors around flying, the anticipation of going to the flight and the airport, and some of the stresses of being on a flight through flight simulators. Eventually, at the end of this whole thing, because he'd exposed them to it gradually, they all took a flight together, and he said he had a 100% success rate. If you expose yourself to things that stress you out, that don't make you comfortable, and you do it again and again and again, eventually these things aren't going to stress you out. Going for a walk on jagged, rough terrain was definitely stressful for me. But my fiance likes hiking, and I like getting out and doing things with her. So we did it once, and we'll do it again, and we'll keep doing it until it becomes second nature for me. The way surfing has become second nature for me. Surfing was horrifying when I was first trying to do it. The loud ocean, the waves, the getting drowned, getting beat up, all of it was scary. And now it's one of the greatest joys of my life. Personally, I feel like every time you identify a stressor in your life, you need to start confronting it like right away. If you spend just a little time confronting all the things that stress you out over the course of your life, eventually, you're gonna be fearless.
Eventually?
Hey there. No need to.
When is that?
Adjust your TV, or more likely
After
your phone.
you die,
You're
or-
watching.
Giant fucking hyenas? That's terrifying.
The teeth of these prehistoric
Can you imagine
predators
something like
could
that,
turn
like,
flesh into
barreling down
mincemeat
at you?
and crack through bone like wheat chopped through carrots. While their name makes them sound like an ancient ancestor of Africa's infamous giggle pups, they actually aren't even related. Let's take a toothy trek into history with Hyenodon. Hi, I'm Talia Louie Mary, and you're watching Paleologic. Today, we're getting down to
Well,
the tooth of the matter of an
No,
extinct
it
animal
doesn't.
we've gotten
That's
to know
not, I didn't
mostly
say
through
anything
its
about
teeth.
that.
We're talking about Hyenodon. Hyenas have roamed the
But
Middle
yes,
East,
I think
Africa, and
regulated
South Asia
drugs
for
should
millions
absolutely
of
be
years,
taxed.
evolving and adapting to almost every niche in the continent. Today, they
I
continue
mean,
to thrive
honestly,
in a world
we should be
shaped
paying
by
the
human
government enough
expansion.
taxes.
If
They
you're
don't need
fascinated
sales
by learning
tax.
all about hyenas or any other predator, then you need to check out the Predator Perspective series over at Love Nature. It explores the world of hyenas,
sales
showing their
tax is
life
kind
from
of a
their
good
point of
way
view.
of
You can learn about their behavior and how they
going
interact
about
with their
taking
environment.
money.
They have an entire
then you can use it
playlist
for whatever the
dedicated
fuck
to
you want.
hyenas. Don't be surprised when
I'll
you
be
find
right
yourself
back.
watching the rest of the amazing content Love Nature has to offer. Their award-winning library of 4K natural history series and documentaries takes viewers on a journey through the wild and untamed parts of our planet, where they can witness the beauty and wonder of nature up close and personal. Their content is 100% factual and provides a deeper understanding of the natural world that surrounds us. Experience the power of nature and learn more about the planet we live on. Go subscribe to Love Nature, where they release several videos a week. You can even check out how to watch their content on TV by visiting lovenature.com/channelfinder or visiting their social media. Now back to the Hyenodon. When we say Hyenodon, we're actually referring to an entire extinct genus of animals. There were over 20 Hyenodon species, making it one of the most successful genera of their now extinct family.
So we've got a few different specimens within Hyenodon here, and it's really cool because it shows the diversity within Hyenodon today. So this is one of the bigger ones called Hemipsalodon grandis. This is also a pretty big leg bone from Hemipsalodon. This is the femur, so this is the thigh bone. And if we want to compare it to one of the smaller ones, here's another Hyenodon question mark specimen. So we know it's within the genus Hyenodon. We don't know the species. So we want to see it beside the Hemipsalodon skull. A lot smaller for sure. And the femur of this guy, also smaller than the Hemipsalodon femur. Hyenodon means hyena tooth. But other than both being expert meat-loving predators, this is where the connection between these ancient creatures and modern-day hyenas ends. Hyenodons were creodonts, an extinct order
What?
of meat-eating animals.
No.
Creodonts represent
Taxes
about
are
180
it's not
species, most
extortion,
of which were
Joel.
somewhere
Public
between a mongoose
things
and a
need
red
funding.
fox in terms of shape and size. Some examples were the cat-like Patriofelis, the hypercarnivore Sarcastodon, and the wolf civet-like
I
Tritemnodon.
mean,
Hyenas
our
belong to the
infrastructure
order
is
Carnivora,
crumbling
whose
apart,
ancient
dude.
groups,
Not just
like the hyena-like
like physically, but
Heraclinidae,
metaphorically.
the cat-like Stenoplacichthys,
Cutting payment
and
to
the
that is
hotly
only
debated false
going to
saber-toothed cat
escalate
Nimravidae
that.
coexisted with creodonts.
And it's probably going to make it
Hyenidae,
get faster
the
and
family that
faster
modern
as it
hyenas
happens.
are part of, diverged from Feliformia, the cat branch of Carnivora, about 30 million years ago. While they ranged greatly in size, all hyenodons were efficient predators with long, narrow skulls and specialized teeth. The smallest hyenodon, Hyenodon microdon, was probably about the size of a house cat. The biggest rivaled the largest mammalian terrestrial carnivores of their time. The most gigantic of them all was Hyenodon gigas. Its skull was estimated to be 60 centimeters long, making this gigantor about 3 meters long in total and over 1 meter tall. That's as long as the largest male polar bear, though a polar bear would be more than twice as heavy as a slim and sleek Hyenodon gigas. Fossils of gigas have so far proved to be very elusive, and this extinct giant has been identified entirely from a single ungule, the toe bone that ends in a nail, claw, or hoof, as well as, you guessed it, a handful of teeth. The razor-sharp teeth of hyenodons resembled those of a cat, but their bodies would have been more canine than feline. Looking at its close relative, the Nimravid, which is a little bit closer to cats, these are more likely to be hunters because they have the saber teeth and they've got more robust limbs for chasing after their prey. And so Hyenodon likely would have been picking up the scraps of Nimravid's prey. They may have even resembled the recently extinct Tasmanian wolf, the thylacine, which we've already explored on this channel.
This is Dave, head of marketing at a ketchup company about to use Grammarly to handle a tight deadline.
They've been finding examples
2
of
weeks?
them.
ideal.
Like,
Good
not
thing
examples of
Grammarly's
single
tone
ones
suggestions
either.
can help move things forward, because conveying confidence can make the impossible feel possible. Now, you just have to tell your...
Hyaenodon species were wide-ranging and could be found across the world. The roundabout 10 Hyaenodon species of North America were present from the late Middle Eocene epoch to the Oligocene, which ended about 23 million years ago. Their approximately 11 European cousins roamed from the late Eocene to the Oligocene. The estimated 8 Asian species appeared first and survived a lot longer, living from the late Middle Eocene to the Miocene. We also know Hyaenodons moved into the Afro-Arabian region during the Middle Miocene between about 16 and 11.6 million years ago, and lived there until they died out by the end of the Miocene. Their likely place of origin is presumed to be Asia. We know this because 2 species of Hyaenodon appeared quite suddenly in North America, which supports the theory that these species wandered over from Asia. The European species showed up much later, and it is believed that they similarly made the trek from their Asian point of origin. Similar to other carnivores of their time, Hyaenodons had massive skulls and relatively small brains. By today's animal standards, these bobble-headed beasts had comically large heads. Specialized vertebrae in their necks were enlarged to accommodate the super strong muscles they required to support their giant noggins. So one of the vertebrae on the back of the neck, it's called the sagittal crest, has this big projection of bone, and so that's going to be another muscle attachment site. And a lot of those muscles are going to be used to hold up this big heavy head. So you'll notice it's got a really big head and kind of a scrawny looking body. Because they were scavengers, they didn't need to have a big strong body used for hunting or chasing after prey. They just needed a big strong jaw for tearing apart bits of meat. But what humongous head would be complete without a set of giant jaws? Hyaenodons were equipped with powerful jaws that were full of sharp, cleaver-like teeth. Their upper and lower
like a
molars,
fucking
called carnassial teeth,
dog
were
that you could
modified to
ride.
slice rather than to tear. A Hyaenodon's bite would have
That would be
sheared the
insane.
meat
Imagine
clean
an
off
army
the
of
bone.
people on those.
Examination of enamel of Hyaenodon
Like
teeth
if they
show pits, gouges,
would
and
take, like,
scratches
babies and
consistent
raise
with
'em.
chewing on bone. On the receiving end of those bites, paleontologists have also found the fossilized remains of some of their prey, called Oreodonts. They may sound like some kind of prehistoric cookie, but Oreodonts were actually sheep-sized herbivores who lived between about 40 and 5 million years ago. The fossilized
crazy
remains of these
how
ingested
things
Oreodonts
change
had
from
distinct
having large
patterns of
amounts of
shear marks.
oxygen in the
At just
atmosphere
the right
from
width
making
apart, they
giant
didn't match up with the
animals.
bite marks of any other large predator alive at the time,
I wonder why
making
we've
these
gotten
Oreodonts the
smaller,
unmistakable lunch
if
of
it's
a
because
Hyaenodon.
of that.
Regardless of their stature, Hyaenodons always seemed to find the right-sized Oreodont to eat. Large Hyaenodons ate large Oreodonts, and small Hyaenodons ate small Oreodonts. These bite marks revealed not only their choice of prey, but also their eating habits. The paleontologists studying these fossils noticed that these Hyaenodons would leave the head and feet of their Oreodont prey. They hypothesized that these predators went for the meatiest parts of the Oreodont and left the bonier parts behind. Even the limb bones of their prey were chomped up and digested. So while they may not be related, chewing up bones is actually a quality they do share with modern-day hyenas, which eat so much calcium and phosphorus from bone that their poops are white.
I feel like
Finding a
shit
Hyaenodon
today.
coprolite,
I need to
aka
eat.
fossilized
I think-
poop, would reveal so much about their diets.
I think not
This is
eating might be
Hyaenodon
fucking my
mustolinus,
stomach up.
lower jaw, so we've got a couple of those molars and premolars, we've got that big lower canine, and we've got some of these
Where's my
big
lockpick?
shearing teeth near the back, and those are called carnassials. The carnassials are a type of tooth that we see a lot in carnivorans, and they're kind of like shearing teeth, and they shear meat like scissors. They work together on the upper and lower jaw to cut through meat. So here's a much smaller Hyaenodon, see even more variation in the size of these guys. And we really see that carnassial tooth, that kind of blade-like, scissor-like tooth. Like so many ancient animals, most Hyaenodon species have been classified by fragmented fossil evidence.
most of which have been teeth and jaws. Because of these fragments, we don't actually have a clear picture of these animals or even how many species there really were. Other factors like sexual dimorphism, the differences between individuals based on their sex, and the age and size of the hyaenodon at the time of death makes it even harder to calculate the true number of species.
And as with most extinct species, and even many extant ones for that matter, there has been considerable disagreement among scientists about hyaenodon taxonomy since their discovery.
The first hyaenodon specimens, fragments from the upper and lower jaw, were found in France, and were in fact initially classified in the order of Procyonidae, due to their similarity with our friendly trash pandas.
While we now know hyaenodons weren't ancient raccoons, and certainly weren't prehistoric hyenas, we anxiously await more fossil evidence to tell us who the heck hyaenodons really were. So what should we talk about next? Please let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe for new episodes every week. Thanks for coming along on this journey through time. I'll see you later.
Your unique tax situation deserves an expert who's just right to do your taxes. Hand off your returns with Turbo.
The teeth of these prehistoric
Why did you
predators.
go back to that? Puppy. Careful. I like this one. This one was good. I don't. Did he change his channel name or did I subscribe to a new channel? I don't know.
I have a secret inside my head that I will take out and
Is there,
hide
like,
on this paper.
Really?
I will then trap the secret
Low music?
inside my special chest so no others can see my secret besides me and nobody.
It's like a fucking.
The ingredients in this secret are
My microphone
this
is low as
word,
fuck.
this word,
It's like somebody
those
with a
words,
trombone just hitting notes every few seconds.
commas, and some sentences. And a big period to top it off. What a secret. So glad it's mine. Now, no person will know what my secret is, even if they try to know it. It's protected by solid forest wood.
Good afternoon.
Yes, it is.
You are in a good mood.
Yes, I'm that.
What's the matter?
What have you done today?
I wrote down my biggest secret and locked it away where no one will ever know it, and they'll never know it.
You'll never tell anyone?
Looking much better.
Nope.
Not even me?
Nope.
Even if I ask very nicely?
Nope.
Oh. Well, can you at least tell me what the secret is?
It says, my finger broke through the toilet paper and I forgot to wash my hands. Then I ate cheese and crackers and couldn't tell if I ate poop, or maybe the cheese company just put bits of chocolate in their cheese blocks for some reason this time. Let's hope it's that. I still haven't washed my hands, but at least I've rubbed my fingertips on the carpet. Hello?
They hung up.
Hey, you stole my secret.
I think we're onto something big here.
Just the two of us.
Standing together as one.
Ready for an adventure?
La vida es más divertida cuando unes fuerzas. En equipo. Todos juntos.
That's wicked. Wicked good.
Hulu y Disney Plus. Mejor juntos en un nuevo paquete. Todo por solo $9.99 al mes.
Oh, we have 5, Pat.
Ahorra lo grande con el paquete de Hulu y Disney Plus.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Copy enemies' abilities as Kirby in a 1 to 4 player platforming adventure. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Start an adventure today.
Pretty clean.
I just learned about a really...
I think...
An island off Greece, Ikaria, has a high percentage of people living into their 90s and sometimes beyond 100, and often good quality lives without significant disease. On that island, there's not a lot of modern technology there. There's sheep there, a lot of them are farmers. The food they're eating is whole foods, it's not processed. So if you look at their lives, having lots of social interactions, they have big family dinners all the time, they're walking a lot, so they're getting a lot of exercise. From a mental health point of view, and they don't have these stresses of modern life, parking, traffic, bosses, emails, and they're getting lots of fiber, lots of sunshine. They're sleeping well probably because they don't have all these other distracting features like night lights and Netflix, and they live longer. It's not a secret. We can't do that in our modern lives. We can't turn London into a Greek island. We can only try to optimize certain things to live longer. An island off Greece, Ikaria, has a high percentage of people living into their 90s and
What?
Seatbelts. That's my citation. Seatbelts.
That was such a fucking depressing show. What? Oh, it hadn't. Still hadn't. They probably just. How are you gonna make what do you mean what if the Granola Saga never happened? It's the last saga that came out.
There you go.
Nice. Did you get my refill too?
Thanks.
So nice day.
We've crash landed on an uncharted planet. On March 10th. There's something out there.
This is the Lockpicking Lawyer, and last week I received 2 emails asking me about the Masterlock Model 176 Magnum. Both of those emails said, among other things, that they couldn't fit a shim in the bottom to bypass it. Naturally, I was curious because I haven't really paid much attention to the model since I featured it 7 years ago. So I decided to compare the model that I bought all the way back then with this one, which I just bought yesterday. Now, regular viewers will know that the old version can be bypassed very quickly using something like this notch decoder, which I sell over on CoverInstruments.com. You can either get it as a standalone tool.
I need a
or
new
as
one of
part
those.
the Cover companion.
Mine's like all bent
Just
up
slip the
and
decoder between the lock body and a code wheel, and push down on the shackle, down on the shin, and it pops right open. Let's do that one more time. You can see this slips in very easily. Push down on the shackle, down on the shin, and it's open. Now we can do the same thing on the new version, which does not have the dust cover broken off, currently locked. And right away I can tell that's a lot tighter. I have to push it in very carefully, and there's barely enough room for this 0.06 of an inch thick piece of metal. I think I have it in position though, so let's push down on the shackle, down on the shin, and we can get it open. And it's actually pretty tough to pull out. Let's do that one more time. Like I said, it's a little bit difficult to get in, but it does work. Clearly, Master Lock seems to have tightened up the tolerances on the bottom, which is a very welcome change. But that needs to be put in perspective. Let's say that shimming in this way was completely fixed. The lock is still vulnerable to wrapping and picking on this little cylinder on the side. And oddly, even though they're closing the door on shimming, the window's been left wide open. The tolerances might be very tight on the side of the code wheel, but if we look carefully at the top, we can see there's a massive gap. And I can use that gap just as easily as I can use the gap on the side. I will need a different tool, and what I did was take the medium hook from the Genesis set and put a bend in it. We're going to use that to lift up the locking bar. You can see just as easily we can open it up. Let's do that one more time. Okay, folks, it looks like there was a minor change, but it does little to overcome the potent and fundamental flaws in the design. In any case, that's all I have for you today. If you do have any questions or comments about this, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more design. Okay, we can open it up. Let's do that one more time.
Did you do that with the new
use
one?
That Genesis set and put a bend in. I can use the gap on the side. I will need a different tool, and what I did was take the medium hook from the Genesis set and put a bend in it. We're going to use that to lift up the locking bar.
I guess you just push in then. Yep.
You can see just as easily we can open it up. Let's do that one more time. Okay, folks, it looks like there was a minor change, but it does little to overcome the potent and fundamental flaws in the design. In any case, that's all I have for you today. If you do have any questions or comments about this, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe.
I'm gonna let my pup out. I'll be right back.
Have a nice day. Thank you.
Ever wonder why so many people say they want to learn guitar, but very few actually learn to play? It's simple. Too many people try to learn with YouTube videos, and guess
Goddamn. Oh, this is cool. I've watched this episode.
So this is from the 30s, right?
Yeah. So this is very old technology. You can put it on by turning it here.
What?
Yeah. And then there's this kind of stroboscope type of...
it's a mechanical stroboscope.
Yeah, there is a light bulb in the middle of drum that has exact amount of like these grooves, and it has to be rotating in certain beat value, and then you can get accurate results from this.
So how does it work? So this is our source.
Yeah.
How do we have to have feedback? So how do we measure?
Yeah. There's this kind of you just look through this image board, and then you can get very.
Oh, so you do it with your eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's rolling shutter.
Yeah. The
Holy cow.
you basically use the same effect as rolling shutter.
You use rolling shutter with your eyes.
Yeah.
Can I see again? Okay, there's no way my camera's gonna do this.
Yeah. It's difficult to shoot
Okay,
the
so
video, but
This machine is amazing, and I know I haven't explained what you're looking at yet, but that's how I experienced it. I wanted you to feel that too. This is what's going on. So back in the early 1900s, the people that made Leica cameras made the undisputed best cameras in the entire world. But they had a problem. They have this little thing right here on top. A camera shutter works like that, right? But they have this little dial right here. And check this out. Let's see if I can focus my camera. That dial lets you dial the shutter speed of the camera, and then you wind the camera, and then you fire the thing. Boom. The time that shutter is open is critical, because if the shutter speed is open for too long, you overexpose the image and everything gets really blurry. But if the shutter speed is open too short, then your image gets dark like this and it doesn't work. So this is just for like the motion camera I'm using here, but for a still image, this is even more important. So that says 1/1000th of a second. That was a millisecond. It's very fast. So if you were an engineer in charge of tuning these cameras to make sure they're spot on a millisecond, how would you do that? Measuring a millisecond mechanically. That's what this machine does.
So show me what we should be seeing.
Okay.
So that's the frame.
Yeah, and then you see kinds of grooves there, and you should check out the kinds of.
So it's not just a line; it's also a shape.
Yeah,
it's a curve. So can you show it one more time?
Yeah.
So
you look through the image board, and
okay,
then
so you see diagonals and you count.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn this off. Can I turn it off?
Yeah, from here.
And then turn it back on so you can see it rotating, starting up. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can kind of see it in my camera. You see that?
Yeah.
All right. Here, let me switch my modes on my camera. So let me go to shutter speed. Let's see if we can get this. Yeah. Okay, we're starting to get it. Hold on, we're gonna get this. Sorry. Okay, so nope. There's my shutter speed, 250.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
It's hard to believe Mint's new family plan is just $15 a month per person. So I've asked my.
Okay. Yes. Did we get it?
This image is all a camera technician needed back in the 1930s to instantaneously assess whether a camera like this is functioning properly. But before I explain how that works, I realized I haven't even told you where we are. Okay, so a while back, I connected on Instagram with a guy named Juho, who it turns out is somewhat famous in Finland for driving with some friends in a van from Finland to Kathmandu, Nepal. Clearly, Juho is an interesting person, and it ends up we have a lot in common with our interests and beliefs. He started a company in Finland called Camera Store. That's camera with a K, and it restores and sells old film and digital cameras. They also run what's called the Camera Rescue Project. I love film photography, so I found myself scootering across the town of Tampere, Finland, to the shop where Camera Store does all its work. They buy old cameras from people who may have them in storage, and they service them and get them back to complete working order. What's interesting about this company is that the people who love this kind of work are extremely passionate, and they come from all over the world. I spent 2 days learning about all they do, and I was blown away by the complicated things they figured out to keep these precious mechanical marvels alive. After a couple days, Juho had me figured out. He knew I would fall in love with this machine, so he introduced me to Ari and the Leica repair team, and then we got to dig into this machine.
So after some digging, Ari has come up with the tools that we need, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the book. What is this book?
Yeah, so this is a service manual which we have, and we can read from there how you should test those shutter speeds correctly.
My German is very bad. I don't see Kartoffel on here or Nutwurst or anything like that.
Yeah.
So is your German good?
No, I'm not very good.
Very good in German. But essentially what it looks like is we have the exact patterns that we were trying to draw
There's
earlier.
kind of this ratio of the size of these patterns, then you can determine if it's kind of intolerances, if the speed is intolerances.
Back in America, ridiculous setup. For years when I've done slow motion, I've used these lights right here, little halogens. Oh, it's obviously on its last leg. But a company called Nanlux reached out and said they had a light that doesn't flicker, and they would let me use it. It is very difficult to tell how much light this thing is throwing because my camera's metering, but this is an absolute ton
of light, and I'm excited to see how she performs today. Check this out. We've got a Phantom high-speed camera. We're going to be running at 20,000 frames per second, and we've got this Leica camera that I got from Finland. Juho and company sent this over to me. Wind it like this, and then you push this button right here, and that fires the shutter, which is the curtain type setup. And then we have a fancy like ketchup bottle with a Line 3000 here. So this is the Linonator 3000, we'll call it. So first of all, I want to show you what it looks like to just fire this thing. So let's turn the light on like crazy here. Fire it. I'm going to trigger the high-speed camera. The shutter as it opens one curtain and closes the other here. Let's see what that looks like. Very slow, 20,000 frames per second. So you can see the first door, if you will, the shutter opens up, and then the second one is following shortly behind it. You see that? But it's moving left to right as we have it set up here. That's interesting, isn't it? So we have two curtains. It's literally a rolling shutter. It's rolling from one side to the other. So that's what the shutter itself looks like. Okay, now let's go do it with my crazy ketchup bottle contraption. Let's check this out. All right, so before I show you this, you remember a long time ago I made a rolling shutter video on Smarter Every Day, and we did all kinds of things. You could see a propeller rotating and what a rolling shutter does to that, and we explored things like coins rolling, little fidget spinners. That's kind of the principle that I'm trying to demonstrate here. Oh shoot, how do I do this? Okay, so, oh no, oh no, please work. Oh no. Okay, still works, it's good. I've got to trigger both, don't I? There we go, gonna rotate this and go. We'll see if I did that. So let's look at what this thing looks like here as the shutter opens. Are you gonna open?
Got it.
Oh, my timing is off. You see my line is off. Okay, but you can't see it rolling. Oh, I need more lines. How many do I need? What do you want to do when you grow up? I want to draw lines on ketchup bottles to explain rolling shutter to myself. Checks out. Okay, wind the camera. Get ready.
Comfort. It all starts with Snuggle.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set.
See how that looked? Weirdly excited about this. All right. I don't know if you woke up wanting to see this, but now I know you really want to see this. All right, here we go. Let's roll this thing. All right. Oh, there we go. We got multiple stripes already.
Good way of explaining things.
3 stripes. We're gonna get 4. 4. Go for 5. Go for 5. Yeah, the 5th. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that was fun. Okay, so here's what we can do. We can play it, and then we can use an additive animation technique to show exactly how it adds up, and we can draw the picture that you would see with persistence of vision with your eye. That image looks very similar to what the thing looks like, doesn't it? I love this, and I think it's fantastic. So had we known the rotational rate of the ketchup bottle, which, by the way, you timed the rotational rate of that thing in Finland by the strobe effect. There's a thing called aliasing. If you can have a strobing light and another thing, they match up. It's kind of like on a record player. On a record player, there's these little dots on the perimeter of the record player, and there's a little strobing light. And as you dial the rotational velocity of the record player up and down for your music tempo, if it's rotating at the correct velocity, the strobing light on the side will line up with the spinning dots on the side. If you're going too slow, they appear to be moving one direction. If you go too fast, they appear to be moving the other direction. You're adjusting the belts here. Yeah. And then this is moving. You can't see this, but it's aliasing, essentially. It's moving like this. Right now it's rolling upwards.
Yeah. So then you can...
You adjust it till you get the right speed.
Yeah. I currently don't see from this angle, but then you can adjust it so it doesn't roll to either direction. Okay, now it's correct.
So you use aliasing to calibrate something that you can then use rolling shutter to then use persistence of vision to create a pattern. If that's what your brain is doing, or your eye, I don't know if persistence of vision is in the brain or in the eye, but whoever designed this technique added all of this stuff up to be able to measure an analog device to millisecond accuracy. And that blows my mind that a human came up with that. I think it's amazing and beautiful. So at this point in time, what I'd like to do is go back to the Camera Rescue project at the camera store in Finland. It's actually camerastore. I don't know. Here, this is the website. Let's go back there and let's see how we use this to measure a mechanical camera shutter down to the millisecond accuracy. I think this is amazing. Let's go check it out. Okay, Ari has a phone that has an electronic rolling shutter.
Yep.
Now the difference in the electronic rolling shutter and the film rolling shutter on the Leica is the Leica has a spring in it that's driving it. So it has to accelerate the shutter and then decelerate the shutter.
Yep.
But the electronic shutter is linear, right?
Yep.
So that's 250th, 1/250th?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you change it to 1/500th, please? That's 1/500th. Okay, and now to 1/1000. Okay, can we look at the difference in those three photos? So it's getting wider.
Yeah.
But we're not seeing the curve, and I think the reason is that this is being driven by a spring. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
This is what we're going to do. So we have two cameras. One of them has been serviced. So we know that this one has a good shutter, correct?
Yep.
And then we have this one, which is not a Leica, but it has not been serviced. You just got this.
Yeah, I just took it from there, so it's kind of, there can be issues with the shutter.
So what we're going to do is we're going to test these. I have the camera set up with a long exposure time, so let's turn this thing on.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
All right, so let's go 250 first.
That's the exact same
When you
reason
get your
why
next big
people had to
idea,
sit so long for
Sparkly Ketchup. Grammarly's tone suggestions can help pitch it with confidence to get your team on board.
when they first made the cameras.
Already calling vendors.
Oh no, a project hiccup.
We need a squeezy bottle.
Good idea. With a more diplomatic approach, your request will get a better response.
Wait, how?
Problem solved. Grammarly can make all the difference in your professional success. Click the
Keep going 250 till we get the shot. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Go into 500.
Yeah. Yep. And then 1000. Yep.
Okay, so we'll put up the screen captures of that. We have 250, 500, 1000, and you're going to compare that to what it should be right here.
Yeah, it was totally the same.
Totally the same.
Totally the same.
So now we're going to test this camera.
Yep. 250.
Okay. Yeah, that's 250.
Yep.
Looks pretty good.
Yep. Then how about 500? Looks quite okay.
Move it down. There you go.
Okay, 1000. Okay, that's like, those are like too narrow and...
They look too small.
Yeah, no, it's too small.
So that means this camera is firing too fast.
Yeah.
So we have a camera set to 1,000th of a second, but it's firing less than that. Can we check it on the electronic machine?
Yeah, kind of, we can.
Just verify that what we in fact see. We'll see how they did in the 20s and 30s.
Okay. Okay, so this is like 1000 speed. Everything is.
That's fast. That
Yeah,
should be 1
yeah,
millisecond, but
yeah,
it's 0.6
yeah.
millisecond.
The 500 is kind of okay. 250.
It's a little slow.
A little slow, but still kind of okay to use.
That's so good. So we took a completely analog gut feel method.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were able to get a kind of a discrete reading
and it was accurate. So we know that that camera is firing faster than 1,000th of a second.
Yeah.
And we knew that before.
Yeah.
We measured below a millisecond
Yeah.
in 1930?
Yeah, at least the technology is from there, but of course this unit can be a little bit younger than that, but the idea is that old.
There is no sponsor on this video. This video is provided by the patrons of Smarter Everyday, patreon.com/SmarterEveryday. Also, I do want to mention Camera Store though. Again, no sponsorship here. I just like these folks and think you would like what they do. They take in old cameras that may be damaged or something like that. They fix them up, get them working to pristine condition. Their technicians are trained in all the different models of cameras.
So it's cute that U-Haul has a company having to do with cameras.
This is the lockpicking lawyer, and last week.
It's hard to believe Mint's new family plan is just $15 a month per person. So I've asked my wife.
It's been far too long. It's time for another knife hand wielding, mustache having, sass talking Dr. Phil. Yeah. Yeah. I heard the news. The doc. I heard he's done. I heard he's retiring. I heard he's done. It's over with.
But not for him from.
He's done with it. Yeah. He's made
that
his,
work Dr. Phil works
all the money
for.
in the world, and he's done. You know, and also Dr. Phil's kind of fallen out of favor too. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure Dr. Phil's basically been canceled at this point, but he still hangs on anyway. But anyway, this one right here is an old classic you guys have been trying to get me to watch forever, and I was like, you know what? Why not do it? Dr. Phil kicks guests off a show, but you saw the thumbnail. Oh yeah, it's a juicy one.
Some of this footage that you're about to see is clearly inappropriate for young viewers.
That's right. My eyeballs are actually being assaulted right now at the freaking God. The quality is so bad on this, but whatever. All right. Dr. Phil's a smudge over here right now.
Yeah, that ain't good for old viewers or young viewers, man.
I can barely even see his eyeballs. Golly.
Please ask your children to leave the room, and I'm serious.
Hey, you guys gotta get out of here. Let's go try to make a joke there.
Mine ain't in here already.
Mine gone. Be aware of what's floating around out there and what our kids have access to.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, here is Ty
What are we about to
defending
watch?
his bum fights video.
Bum fights.
What?
Oh God.
Oh my God.
So I don't remember exactly what all they did in bum fights, but you know, back in the day when like Jackass was like very popular on MTV, they had bum fights also. It's just a bunch of that crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they pull like a dude's, like they get like a crackhead, like get him to pull his teeth out or something like that at one point. I remember hearing about that. Yep, smacking the bottle, running their head into stuff. Yeah, doing all the harmful stunts to each other.
When I go out in the streets, I'm looking for talent. I can smell it.
I can smell it. That was in LA. I can smell the talent. I can smell it.
Oh, what's that smell like?
Yeah, what does it smell like?
I don't know.
Stanky.
A little garlicky, yes.
Oh, yeah, they had a bunch of homeless stuff. That's what it was. Yeah. We may just kind of skip through a lot of this anyway, 'cause just for the sake of the. I still want to get ads in the video, you know.
Something special. I'm motivating them, inspiring them.
Yeah, like we'll just gonna. I mean, it's already so blurry anyway, you can't really tell them. But yeah, it's pretty violent. So people like beating the crap out of each other, and oh yeah, this is the thing about that's what I was talking about right here.
One guy, he was a crackhead, and his teeth were bothered.
They pulled his teeth. I don't want to watch that. Literally, like give him some pliers, let him pull it out. God. Yeah.
There are lines that I don't cross. I don't do hardcore porn, and I don't deal with death footage.
There's some lines I don't cross.
What? Wow.
Wow. Which are like the end of the line. I don't do either of those.
We said, what would you do if he gave you some money? He said, I'd eat a raw frog. So we went to the Asian market, got a raw frog.
Raw frog, ate it up. Ate that raw frog.
I've made multi-millions off the Bum Fights video series. I'm not surprised at my success. It's a sick world.
Stop the tape.
It's a sick world.
Wow.
Dr. Phil, like, stop the tape, stop the tape.
I don't want to talk to you.
Why not?
That's despicable. I don't want to talk to you. You can go.
Whoa, which one is the real Dr. Phil right now?
I can't tell, you know. This is a tough one.
Oh my God.
He's like, what's wrong, Doctor? What's the problem, buddy?
If you
That's disgusting.
if you think I exploit people, every time you bring a guest on this show, you exploit them and spread whatever problems they have to the whole world.
That guy's
Which Dr. Phil is going to win?
Oh boy, all right. I mean that's valid criticism. I mean, like, so we've said this before, even like going to the Dr. Phil things, is like, it's true. Like, these people, they hang out all the dirty laundry. You get to see all the things that have been going on. They have all the receipts. And then at the very end of the show, they're like, okay, we're going to get you some help. We're going to get you set up with this. We're going to do this thing. We're going to make it better. But one of these places that work with us for the free because their name gets associated with my show, we're going to send you to them. We're going to make a bunch of money off advertisers, off, you know, hanging your dirty business out. You know, it's a win-win. Everyone wins. Bum fights.
Except
Does anyone really win? Just, I don't know.
Maybe the fights. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. You can go.
Keep telling yourself that.
Who do you think you are, huh?
Who do you think you are?
Oh!
Get him.
No, I'm not finished talking to you.
Yeah, I'm not finished. We're about to have a bum fight right here.
Wow.
Watch out. Watch out now. Now, I will state that they even had like they showed the whole clip, and then they had to stop the tape, and they had like the static, and then the guy was there. Like, Dr. Phil didn't see the guy the whole time. I mean, staged. Right. Yeah. But entertaining? Absolutely.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
But, yeah, guy, get out of here. Yeah, you don't make me don't make me shout at you from up here. Look at him, yeah, walking out.
Sorry.
Got the whole suit.
I just watched that footage, and that is absolutely despicable, and I refuse to publicize that.
Man, old Dr. Phil was smoking something, because like, I refuse to publicize what I just publicized.
I will not show this all over the world on my show next week.
It will not get 4.3 million views. Just this one little 3-minute clip.
To publicize that.
Oh, Dr. Phil, so strong.
Yes.
Wow.
It's deplorable, and I think it is an insult to my intelligence and those of my viewers for somebody to stand up and say, I'm trying to help people by doing this.
Hang on a minute.
When did he say that?
He should have ended that sentence differently than he did.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't believe he said that I'm trying to help people.
Why would he say that?
Why would he say that I'm
would
trying to
he
help
say
you?
that?
That's crazy. Dude showed up dressed as Dr. Phil. As well made a decent point about the show exploiting vulnerable people for views. The man's a legend. I refuse to publicize that. Shows it national television. Oh yeah, that's a great example of Dr. Phil.
I almost feel like Dr. Phil should have a sit-down conversation with this man.
Dr. Phil dished it out but can't take it. That's what that was. Holy crap. Good old bum fights. Come out there, God. He has haircut and everything for him.
Dude, it was spot on.
I think
if they did have a conversation, I wonder how it would have went. I mean, I'm sure it'd have been like the same thing the whole time. I mean, there's people like all the TikTok people and the YouTubers that have come on Dr. Phil to be exploited. You know, like they want it to get the clout and everything. So I mean, this dude did the same thing, but it probably worked out better. I don't know. Is Bum Fights even still around?
I didn't think they were around for that long.
4 volumes. Okay, it was like four video. He made millions off of 4. Jeez. Well, anyway, like I said, it's gonna be a short and sweet one. Old Dr. Phil. Just wanted to see that guy get thrown off, and that Dr. Phil cosplay was on point. But anyway, today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Stay tuned, my friends. Love you. See you next time. Bye-bye.
I might be Dr. Phil for Halloween this year.
What the fuck, dude? I can't watch that show or anything about it. That MILF Manor show is just like too fucking far. This is way too far. Which one? You know, I haven't played this in a while. There we go. Did that? Yep. Nice. Nice. This. Oh, there's I keep forgetting about the delay. Wonder where I'm at. I haven't played this in a really long time, I don't think now. Oh. Oh. Sorry I broke your ashtray. No. louder. The microphone on here is picking up too. Because I mean, the clicks on the controller are picking up pretty loud. I have to look. I remember changing all my settings to where it kept the mic to the camera mic on everything. But maybe when I unplug and plug my controller back in, it resets it and puts the controller as the number one thing. I know it's not only using the controller mic because the controller mic sucks. It doesn't work. It doesn't pick up my voice very well. Get there. Go from there to there. Oh. I think there's a coffin that I can ride down there. I think that is what I have to do.
Lord Godwin.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Oh, my poor, sweet lordling should have died a true death.
He did, I killed him.
Scion of the Golden Man, sentenced to live in death. How could such a thing come to be? Oh.
What is he talking? Are you talking about me? You. You know what? Does he get a horse too? Fuck yeah. guys inflict a seize on music. As soon as it goes, that black bar goes all the way up, you just immediately die. You sprout a tree out of it and die. Isn't this place just full of them? So used to pushing R2 to run for playing One Piece. Okay, where was my original? Okay, this way. I never understood that. How is a stone coffin gonna wash up on a shore that gentle? That doesn't. That doesn't check. Especially because there's a giant, slippery ledge out here. That's that the Pencil River Tunnel isn't gonna still alive then? Come on. Aha! That might not have been the best idea. But didn't think it would kill both me and my horse. Too loud, puppy. God, that one was fucking annoying. The Giant Dragon. Oh, someone else found it. This smells warm. Look at that. So we'll come back here. There's a boss battle where I think it's one of those alien things that hangs from the ceiling that was in a cave. But it was on top of a door. It had a place on top of the door that it sat. Whoa, that was super close. Why did I even go back to the Shiba? Road kill one give you like 20-something thousand experience. No reason to go back and get 5. But I do want to see if this thing is left in here. Oh, hey Hannah. How's it going? I hope you're well. Oh no, this is it. That is the little thing above it. Okay. Yeah, no, this boss is already dead. Well, shit. But he's still here.
Well, there you are again. Divorce from one's trade does not come easily.
Alter them. guess there is a barrier. Let's go in. Oh, come on. Okay, so that one's dead. And this one doesn't go back. This is where the... What's in there? There's another coffin that takes me somewhere. I think it might be there. And there should be a separate one of those alien ones that I can fight. Is that a hold down in here? I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up and end the stream. I didn't really have a plan for today, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. So I guess just watching a couple videos and playing my game is what it is. But I appreciate you guys for coming and just coming and listening and kicking it. I'll see you all later.